It's Thursday night. You know what that means. It's Kings Road, Young Lions. I'm Saucey, your DM. They are Rosa, Gator, Bronson, Solomon, and Zinthral. They are the Young Lions. Say hello, Young Lions.
Hello, Young Lions.
Perfect. One take, right? We're picking up here on the second half of our season of the King's Road. And just to recap here, King's Road is an epic MacGuffin quest where a party of 5 and their pet fleece-maned lion named Snugglecup Face Ripper adventure through a kingdom where magic is banned, but martial prowess is valued. They venture to collect 7 badges from 7 gyms. They are now 2 badges strong, and we enter the room of the oubliette. The oubliette is an octagon-shaped room with stone sides and a stone floor. On each of the 8 walls is a glyph with a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a star on the 8th wall. Affixed to each wall is a ladder that goes up to a portal on the ceiling. Our party just descended, some more gracefully than others, into the oubliette from Territory 7. The way that they found this hidden passageway is that a secret room in an establishment known as the Risky Rabbit has a portal underneath of the bed inside that room. Once the door is closed, the bed can be lifted and the portal is open. One catch: make sure you leave the oubliette before the sun rises. So party, the 6 of you, including Snugglecup, are in the room. What do you do?
Well, have we picked a door we're going to go out of?
I mean, this is very handy information to have. We got the rules. We know how it works. Do we even, per se, have to use it right now? We're allowed to come and go at our will, right? That's the agreement with old Mistress Wolf?
Are you asking the DM or asking each other?
I was asking, we were guided here by an authority figure, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Wasn't it Duke Diamond who brought us here?
That's right. Mr. Duke Diamond, the head mister of the Risky Rabbit inside of Colville of Territory 7, led you to room 6 and let you venture inside the oubliette all by yourself. So you now have free access to room 6 and to the other room 6s of each of the Risky Rabbits throughout the kingdom.
That's great. And so, I mean, who says we even have to go? If we needed to make a few preparations before we move to somewhere else or something, that's kind of really up to the group at this point. I know, Bronson, you were saying something about wanting to go to the box real soon, right?
Yeah, to the box.
I mean, if we want to go check it out now. And so, one more quick clarification on the rules. We can only use the oubliette at night. We gotta not be in here during the daytime.
That's correct. You have to be out of the oubliette before the sun rises.
Yeah, but we can't get in while the sun is up.
While the sun is up, the portal will not open.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, cool. So, limited travel times, but if we just only maneuver back and forth in the evening, it should be fine.
It's like it's some sort of moon door.
No.
No, wait, that's the other whorehouse.
Yeah. Let's hope that they don't have, like, a backdoor entrance.
Hey-o.
All right, well, I mean, it wouldn't necessarily hurt to go check in on the box right now and kind of get the lay of the land. You guys some personal business to attend to. Get a look around, see what kind of activities going on. Honestly, I'd like to see if we can hear a bit more word. They say that the law might not be looking too favorably on us. We might not want to be sporting our lion cloaks.
Is that everywhere or just back in Lucha?
Well, word's already gotten here this far.
He's right. I'm gonna go strip now. Hold on, give me a sec.
Yeah,
I mean,
we'll put away the lying cloaks.
There's nowhere to go. I mean, you are. It's very cozy inside the oubliette. So
Maybe in territory 2, there'll be a better chance to figure out exactly how in deep we are with the framing jab they put on us.
Zenth, you should have a doctor look at that.
At what?
Your
Wow.
face.
That was fixed.
What? Oh no!
Was it not? Hold on. Do I have a little something on my face?
No, we already fixed your face, right?
Do I have a little necromancy on my face?
speaking of Zinthral's face, the photo that we've been using of Zinthral has this lovely master-crafted mask, which he no longer is wearing. So we're going to have to get a new avatar photo for Zinthral. And,
Eventually.
Just make it Sloth from the Goonies.
Perfect.
I was going to be nice and at least say make it Paul London.
Hey, you guys.
Paul London never said
Young.
that.
I'm way too damn young for any of your references.
Dude, you know the Goonies.
I love the Goonies.
Okay.
But who the hell is that other person?
Oh, I said Paul London. Okay. No, I
I know
did
who that is,
SmackDown
yeah.
Cruiserweight.
Yeah, he's a wrestler.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a flippy guy. Anyway, Gator chimes in and says, well, how far are we into this year of the road? Like, are we burning time here? Like, what's our time frame?
I mean, it was only like a couple of weeks
Yeah, I
of a
think we're
boat
like 2 or 3
journey.
weeks in.
Yeah.
at this point, you are 5 weeks in.
Oh God, time got away from us.
That's like 10%.
All right. Yeah.
All right, we're 2 for 7 in 10%. So I mean,
And considering how we've just eliminated all travel time, well, we can afford to be safe, at the very least.
yeah, we may have to double back some places too. So who knows?
I don't recommend we sleep in maybe the most capital-affiliated places.
Oh yeah. So my intention is to, if at all possible, stay in Coal Town.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
night, come back to Coal Town, handle business, then come back to Coal Town.
Yep. Sounds good to me. Well, is there anything that we need to handle before we decide to venture off to the next destination?
Yeah, I'm pretty all set. We could go take a look around.
Thinking we were like long rested and everything from the last adventure. It's been a few weeks since we did my one shot.
You know, you had not taken a long rest. We're going to say that you've taken a long rest because I can't remember. So,
I'm down 3 hit points for some reason.
What happened to you?
I don't know. I'm always down like 2
He
to
fell
3
down
hit
the
points.
stairs.
He's been at 3 hit points for literally like 3 weeks.
you
Just
sneezed too hard.
somehow we haven't noticed that he's been on the brink of death since the ship.
You need a back massage? I got you. Hand of healing.
Ooh.
His eyebrow is just busted open.
All right. I think we should at least scope out the risky rabbit in the box.
Yeah, let's go introduce ourselves, make friends.
So, which number ladder are you going to climb?
Hold
Number
on.
2.
Number
You're
2.
keyed to the map that we're aware of, correct?
Yeah.
There
Number
is-
2.
There is a map which you have in your possession. You may actually have 2 maps now that I mention it.
You. We have the regular map, and then we have the hardway map that has things like the Crapital and Grapplemania on it.
That's right. You got the map that says the Crapital.
Yep.
Okay, so who's going to go first up the ladder?
Can I just like
Someone-
speed run up there?
Strong enough to lift a bed from underneath.
Bronson, big and strong.
I can live.
You go
I
first,
can
my lad.
live.
Zinth, did you say you were just sprinting right up?
Yep.
Okay.
Speed run.
Do I suppose you don't care to roll for stealth?
Nope. I just want to do it.
All right. So so as everybody is considering who's going to go first, Zinth is already hand over fist zipping right up this ladder and just vanishes and into the ceiling and a whoop. You can almost hear like a suction noise when he passes through the portal into the other room.
All right, he's gone. Let's go to Area 4 instead.
The moment you all hear back from me, I'm going to be king of this land.
So, Zinth, as you crawl out from under the bed, what you find is an identical room number 6, same as the room number 6 from Territory 7. It's a common room with wooden furniture and earth tones, a small lamp on the bed table, no books anywhere, nothing out of the ordinary that catches your eye. There is one door exiting the room, identical to the door that you entered in the previous room, and it is a door that pulls open.
Is there any way for me to know what's behind a door, or is it just normal? Just normal looking door?
There's one way that I can think of to find out what's behind a door.
I don't want to do all that. Wait, you know what? No, I'm gonna open the door and yell out, "Room service!"
Wait, I turn to the rest of the party back in the other dimension and I go, if something happens to him, not that I would normally care, but his boy Harmond is probably going to come looking for us, so we should probably go follow after him. Bronson, up the ladder.
Let's go.
All right, so as Bronson, as you zip up this ladder, you peek your head out and you see Zinthral kind of casing the joint, trying to figure out something clever to do. And you see him motion towards the door. You have an opportunity to say something before he reaches for the handle.
Hold up for a second.
Why?
The rest of the party's going. Come on, just wait for all of us to get here.
Okay.
We all head up.
We don't know what happens when we open that door. Whether or not there's any safeguards that cut the portal or anything like that, like some sort of magic airlock.
I'm going to completely assume everything will be all right regardless, but I'm going to wait.
Okay.
I shimmy out from underneath the bed. This is a smart idea, Bronson. You got a mind for the arcane on you, don't you?
I'm gonna take a level of wizard.
What have we done about Snugglecup?
Autopilot.
Apparently, we want to stick
backpack.
them.
So I submit that
Wait,
Snugglecup has like some sort of plot armor that you look in the corner and there he is. Like,
Can you be sitting on top of my head?
We say he was in my room at Rusty Rabbit 7.
Oh, you guys just left him behind?
Well, I left a bowl of food out for him.
we'll be back by nightfall.
Well, the Risky Rabbit just got a new mascot.
Okay.
Someone's surprised.
My room is closed.
Yeah, he probably won't get into anything. It'll be fine.
You haven't checked out.
Because
so, I mean,
you guys have
as
taught
long as
him.
housekeeping doesn't go in, we'll be okay.
He's
Just
partially trained. It'll be fine.
remind us again what
Solomon.
tricks you taught to Snugglecup.
He knows come.
Yes. Okay. We're on the same page.
Is there a toilet?
Does
in
he
the-
know don't drink potion?
Wait, I just realized how dangerous that might be in a brothel.
May I ask, is there a toilet in the room, and did you close the bathroom door?
Well, the world is your toilet, right? But no, there is only one door in the room.
Okay.
There is
We're
no.
gonna have to return this lion cub to Mike Tyson at some point.
Bite someone's ear off?
I thought you were making a hangover joke.
All right, dude. Do you all want to continue forward, and I'll catch up in a minute after I go pay a babysitter to take care of Snugglecup?
Yeah, we need to GM hand wave this.
Yeah,
Well,
please.
I just need to know: is somebody? Well, okay.
And can
Here's-
I take Snuggle
Could I,
Cup?
could I have left him with Elspeth?
You could have, right? I mean, there's definitely a logistical issue with trying to get Solomon to lift up this big cat, right? I'm no offense towards the strength of gnomes, but I'm not sure he can lift that cat and climb the ladder at the same time. Nor does the cat know how to climb because it hasn't been taught.
Are we saying the cat already followed us down here? I thought I left him in my room.
Well, if that's what you want to do, I just want to make sure that I understand what
Minecraft cat.
It's sort of I'm in my head canon. I'm thinking that this cat cannot be contained and is just following us around regardless of whether or not we tell him to stay anywhere. So, I mean, like, you know, it's possible that he saw us leave and then managed to sneak his way out of the room and follow us.
That's
But
reasonable.
then we'd have to, like, get him up the ladder.
One thing I do have to mention, like, he's a cat that's protected by, if I remember, Avandra, or was it Cord? I forget. But, like, when we first found them, like, they were around that shrine. So wouldn't we just say that he just, you know, has some kind of magical essence to him, since he's essentially protected by a god or something?
We could drop him off at the temple.
I mean, you can make that assumption. A surprisingly small amount of time has been spent training the cat or investigating what its abilities are, but he sure is cute, right? And makes a great mascot.
All right, everybody makes a good point. I'll poke my head out from under the bed and be like, Bronson, I need your hand with something real quick. I need you to toss Snugglecup up a ladder.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I will take Snugglecup back to Colville. You guys go explore. If you can, figure out if, like, the people want to lynch us or something for the fire in Lucha Town. I will train Snugglecup today. That is what I will do.
People
Alright,
only
so
recognize the mask. So
Let's
I will not wear the mask.
We'll meet back in Coal Town after sundown. As soon as we know that we can use the room again, we'll come back to Coal Town and we'll tag back up.
Let's play it.
Sounds good to me.
So it is currently nighttime, and you'll need to travel back before morning, or else wait an entire day.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're splitting the party, I want to make sure I understand who's going where and for how long.
Okay, so I think the plan is Bronson is going to help Solomon get the cat situated. Then he is going to rejoin the party. We should have plenty of time before morning to get everybody consolidated in the Risky Rabbit in the box. Solomon's going to stay and train Snugglecup for the duration of the afternoon, and then at the end of the at sundown of this next coming day, we will return to the to room 6 and go back to Coal Town after sundown.
Okay.
So we're just looking to spend at most a day doing information gathering about the town and where Zinth and I need to go to get our next token, and also trying to keep a low profile while gathering information on how wanted we are in this particular territory. And I don't think that we'll have a problem in the Risky Rabbit. So it'll be, you know, once we get out of the Risky Rabbit, then maybe we need to keep a little bit lower profile.
Okay, so
Something tells me that I
You know
will
what?
have an easier
Actually,
time with that.
I just had a totally reasonable thought. We are wasting a lot of time. Let's all go to the backs. We're bringing Snugglecup with us. I will make Snugglecup invisible. He's invisible.
There you go.
So that lasts for an hour?
An hour.
That's right. Okay. So as long as it doesn't take any damage, it stays invisible for an hour. I believe that's the limitation.
Oh, no. As long as he doesn't attack or make anybody have to save.
Attack. Okay. Understood. All right, Snuggle Cup's coming with you.
So I will just randomly be saying, "Come to the air."
Good thing you're at a brothel.
There better be a
Is that
somatic
regardless?
component to that.
There is the first time, but
All right, so Snuggle Cup is there with you, right? This has been fun, but we're gonna move on. It's not really important. It's just
Welcome
for
to D&D, kids.
just for
I
shiggles,
will
right?
spend a spell slot to solve this problem.
Great. Okay, so at this point, you are now all in the room. The bed has been lowered back down to cover the portal, and the one door in the room beckons you.
Let's open it up. Zinth, go for it. I know you've been eyeing the doorknob for like 20 minutes now.
It's only been 5. I opened the door.
Okay, before you open the door, Rosa, you have a very uneasy feeling. Would
Yes,
you like-
I was thinking of consulting the runes. All this is just so weird.
I will slowly back away from the door then.
All right,
Okay.
So far, her clairvoyance has been pretty spot on, so I think we would all give some attention to that.
So remind us how the rolling of the runes works.
Let's see. It's been a while since I've used it. There it is. 1 minute, instantaneous. Basically, I have a set of runes. Like, if you're familiar with like rune casting or something like that, they've got kind of Norse runes or something that kind of ties to Moradin, basically, my god. So while I'm doing that, I will receive an omen about the results of a specific course of action that we're going to take in the next 30 minutes. And I'll get a feeling from that.
Okay,
So-
so no roll even required.
Doesn't look like it.
Okay. So you've been messaged the omen. Please share with the group, or don't share, however much of that information you would like to.
Okay, let me check here.
Just a skull emoji.
Let's see. Okay, now I've got the message here. I kind of do a double take. I check the runes again, making sure that that's what I read. And I don't like what I see. I really don't. Not to mention that it's how do I say it? It seems like failure might be imminent, but that's as far as I am being shown.
Well, that is not a good sign now, is it?
I don't like it.
But omens' importance are always, very obscure. So who knows? Maybe that just means while we're in the box, somebody's going to play a game of cards and they're going to lose. And that happens.
Err.
I haven't done anything yet.
No, what is Gator doing at this moment?
Well, if we're all stalling at this door, I'll put an ear up to it at least to get a sense of what might be behind it.
Okay. Well, you can hear some music playing in the background. It's a little muffled, but you can definitely hear it.
Mm-hmm. Any voices, any languages I recognize, if voices there are?
Sure, you hear like some giggling, and you hear a little bit of common, just bits and pieces of multiple conversations at the same time.
So, typical, tavern bar kind of area.
That's right, yeah.
It sounds like the
Sexual
Rusty
feelings?
Rabbit interior.
Yeah, it doesn't
I mean, an omen is an omen. It's a dark portent. Maybe something bad happens. You know, it's probably good that me and Snugglecup decided to come along. We should all stick together, watch each other's backs. We've been warned, all right? So we can't just continue to stand here in this room. I'm sorry. It's been nearly 30 minutes, and we are in this room. Let's go explore the town.
So as you're saying that, you hear a knock on the door, and this chills Rosa to the bone. She is noticeably disturbed by that, without much explanation. But you do all notice that she seems terrified by it.
Bronson,
All right.
answer the door.
At this juncture, with this mysterious knock and Rose's reaction, I'm gonna load up a dispel magic and just watch very carefully.
I put my foot about a foot and a half away from the door, and just open the door onto my foot, so I'm bracing it. And I just peek out.
Okay. Well, the door is locked from your side. I'm sorry, from the outside.
Oh.
So as you try to open the door, you realize that it will not open. Then you start hearing slides and chains as somebody is manipulating what you can only assume is a lock on the other side. And then the door starts to crack open as it releases from its catch and pushes into the room. Are you going to allow it to open?
I'm gonna stop it and at least get a look at who's on the other side of the door first.
So the first thing you recognize is a beautiful, full, dark mustache. And accompanying it is a fabulous mullet, unlike any you've ever seen before. And then he's just looking at you, and he starts working the eyebrows as well.
Uh-oh.
And he says, "Would you mind?"
Yeah.
And looks at your foot.
Yeah, yeah. I go ahead and open it up. He looks like he's probably the proprietor, just based off of the couple that we've met so far.
Sure. It's safe to assume that.
All right. My bad. I'm sorry. And then I help him, ease the door open.
Okay.
Well, if Bronson's opening the door, then I'll drop my hands and not have a spell ready.
Okay, so the door opens up, and he stands there, shirt unbuttoned halfway down, rippling chest bursting out from behind it. And he sizes each one of you up from head to toe, including Snugglecup.
Snugglecup is invisible.
Okay, not including Snugglecup. And
if he calls me a sweat hog,
Yeah.
I promise.
I was gonna say, is this the fan of WCW?
you see the clef in his chin wiggle a little bit, and he says, "Well, aren't you all cute? What do you call yourself?"
I don't have to try.
Look, we're official partners with Lady Wolf. If you have a official establishment here, I'm Solomon Scribbles. I speak for the group. Who are you? Are you the local proprietor of the Risky Rabbit, with whom we are so intimately connected?
What you're looking at right now is the sexiest man on the God's green earth.
Is
Okay.
this dude... do I get the feeling that this guy is Hardware?
No.
Okay,
I mean, he's
good.
wearing a vest, but it's not the colors of the Hardware vest.
The first thing I thought was Sicario or whatever his name is.
The second he said
with a
that
mustache.
line, I was like, this guy has Hardware energy, and I want to slap him.
He's good. He's gonna be good people.
All right.
I've kind of
Go ahead,
collected
sir.
myself and introduced myself because I've worked with the Risky Rabbit before, so introduce myself. Rosa Blackthorn. I have assisted in other Risky Rabbits.
So he puts up a hand to interrupt you. He says, "Now calm down there, sweetheart. We're not done yet with the introduction here. Before we go any further, what's the safe word?"
Sweat hogs.
Was that the safe word? Do I remember old Mr. Diamond telling us the safe word?
Roll history.
Ah, crap.
Can we all roll history on that?
You can either roll history or perception.
I'm gonna roll perception.
I'll roll history.
Or
I'm gonna
actually,
do the same.
make it insight, not perception.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
Oh, yay.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
All right.
I got a 13 on my inside roll.
Ooh, 21.
22.
21, 22. Okay, so you can see that he's trying to mean mug everybody, but he's holding back laughter. And at a certain point, he just pops. And he says, "I'm just messing with you. There's no safe word. Mistress Wolf told me about you guys, the Lion Riders, whatever you are. It's very cute. It's great. Come on in. Welcome to the Risky Rabbit."
Speaking of our reputation preceding us, what have you heard about us locally?
Well, let me tell you what I've heard. What I'd like to have right now is for all the fat, out of shape, capital city sweat hogs to keep their noses out of my business before I have to show them what a real man looks like. So if that means I got to go find a lucky lady and kiss her and be the man of her dreams, I'm going to do that.
Easy.
And, don't you go falling in love with me now, darling. Everything's going to be just fine. We're going to take care of you here. This is Iron Vale. You may know it by its informal name, the Box. It is lawless. It's nasty, full of degenerates, debauchery, and downright nasty people. All except for myself.
Of course.
The name is Andros. Pleasure to meet each one of you.
Andros.
Give me a handshake. And then
Pleased to
wipe
meet
the
you,
baby oil
sweetheart.
off of my hand.
So, Rosa, he would like to grasp you by the hand and kiss you on the top of the hand. If you allow him to do so, you feel the whiskers of his full mustache tickle your hand in a way that is equal parts foul and disgusting and somewhat nice.
I make a point to, after he does that, to kind of like wash my hand or wipe it off. Wipe it off on my dress.
You wipe it off on Gator.
Here you go, have some Riz. Some Riz.
Oh,
Liquid Riz.
He says,
leaving a rash.
Come on. What do you need? You need something to eat, something to drink. You need a room. You need some company.
Info, mostly, actually.
Info. Okay. Well, why don't you come back to my office? We can have, a chat, and we can see if I can steal your hearts with the smooth sounds of my voice, or maybe, just maybe, one of you can steal my heart.
I'm gonna go check on the other girls.
Okay, go ahead and lead the way, Mr. Charming Pants. All right.
Or you can call me the Ravishing One if it makes you feel better.
I'll use a Rizzler if you want me to.
All right,
Ooh,
I'll call
I like that
you
one.
The one for short, all right?
The one, okay. So he leads you back to his office, and his office has a beaded curtain. And also the music comes back.
As we walk out and proceed down the hallway, I just want to throw a little magic message to Rosa and be like, "This is the guy giving you the them spooky creeps?"
No. No, it is not.
Alright. I'm just keeping an eye out.
Hold open the beads for everyone.
Yeah,
So we don't
thank
have
you.
to touch them.
I appreciate that. I forgot all my KRYL.
Prestidigitation. Never leave home without it.
So his office is lined with pink and purple velvet everywhere. Pillows, piles and piles of pillows, almost acting as furniture. No desk at all, right? And a large circular bed in the middle of the room with a mirror on the ceiling.
Super. Very, very professional.
Nobody touch nothing.
Yeah.
We got a blue light.
So, Mr. What, Ambrose, did you say? What was your name?
Ambrose.
Ambrose. Well, Mr. Ambrose, as you know, we're affiliated with Mistress Wolf. We are the Young Lions. It would appear, I guess the first question is, do you have a lot of hardware presence here in town currently?
Unfortunately, there's way too many hardware around here. As a matter of fact, if I can step in there, we just kicked a few of those goons out of here for getting a little handsy with the talent.
Oh, great. That's good to hear. They are definitely could use an attitude adjustment now, couldn't they?
I look over at Rosa and then I start cracking my knuckles.
Now, if you wanted to have a word with them, I'm sure that you could step outside and they would be there to greet you. But what do you want to go doing that for? When you can make love, not war.
Absolutely. Less war, the better. I guess, so there's plenty of hardware around, that's fine. Have you heard any news about, like, a bounty out on the Young Lions, or perhaps a warrant for their arrest or anything like that?
Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yes, totally. Yeah, wanted. You're all wanted people, but most people in this town are wanted, so I wouldn't worry too much about that.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's not good. And it's all on account of the dock fire in Lucha Town, right?
Oh yeah. Which one of you is the arsonist? I just want to make sure that there's not going to be any fire action going on here. I mean, we cater to all sorts of tastes at the Rabbit,
Actually,
but fire
that
is
was
it doesn't.
The hardware guys.
Yeah,
It kicked out.
it just doesn't play well with the velvet. So if you could take that outside, there's lots of other buildings you can set on fire in this town.
Sir, you have nothing to fear. We were not responsible for that fire. We happened to be caught up in the chaos and barely escaped with our lives, in fact. I believe there was some mysterious group, actually, that had set up that whole attack.
Oh yeah, the same thing happened to me like twice. It's water under the bridge. I won't ask any questions, and you don't tell me any crimes. How about that?
Well, I mean, if you feel compelled to tell anybody else about a mysterious group that actually burned down the Lucha Town docks, you feel free to go right on ahead.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no.
All right, to each their own. You never know.
So what are we drinking? Are we drinking? Are we here to party or?
I have a question for you.
Oh.
A very serious question.
And what do you have to say, you handsome, strapping young lad?
Now, first off, calm down. I'm spoken for. Second off, what's your policy on amateur night? Because I'm liking this music. I'm feeling myself.
Okay.
When can I start dancing for money?
Oh, well, let's see. Give me a little taste. Tell you what, why don't you spin around, show me the goods, Let's see what you're
I'm
working
gonna
with.
do a JoJo pose. I'm doing a JoJo pose, specifically Jonathan.
Okay, show us some moves here. Give me a performance roll.
I start magic miking. I just start doing like very slow striptease moves.
Riding the pony.
Yep.
A genuine, I hear.
Now, what do you think? Am I made for this?
I don't know. The dice will tell.
Okay.
Give us a performance roll.
Oh my.
On single digits.
Screw you, dude. It's 18.
18. You can see him. He's starting to like finger his mustache, and fluff it up a little bit. He likes what he sees. You can tell the mustache is growing in size. The mullet is flaring out wider. It's
Stop using these terms.
His hair is becoming engorged.
Glistening.
His bosom is heaving.
I'm not running from this. I'm made for this.
He says, "You have a talent. You have a talent, and you have a gift, and you should share it with the world."
All right, when can I start?
We can start right
As
now.
soon as you get kicked out of the Kings Road tournament, all right, champ? You got other things to focus on.
One night. One.
All right, one night, you dance your little heart out.
That'll
That's
do.
impressed with the night.
I
If
got
you
a
can-
lot of
Please
pent-up
fucking
energy.
hammer him off the table.
You go be a maniac on that floor.
We'll gather
I've
the
had
intel. You gather the copper pieces.
copper. I can do better than that.
You show us how good you can do.
Hell
They're
yeah,
gonna
bro.
make it hail on you.
This is your next test, Zinthral.
All right, so he
Humiliation and endurance.
so
I'm
you
gonna give
see
you a bardic inspiration.
Perfect.
I hate this.
so Andros reaches into his pocket, and he reaches deep, like he's searching for
I
something.
hate this so much.
And he pulls his hand out of his pocket and puts his sweaty fist onto an ottoman, and then flips over his hand, and in it is a platinum piece. He says, "That right there is for you. There's more where that came from."
Oh,
Yeah, touch that.
yes? I lived in a temple with a bunch of monks. You think this is my first time around this sort of thing?
What?
Kind of temple.
We got to see
All
that
right,
temple.
clearly, you as a gentleman have been quite sheltered. You don't know anything about temples. Let's just
Exactly.
get on with our business. Let Zinthral have his temple time tonight. All right, let's go.
The body is a temple, and as
Yes,
you
sir.
exit the room,
And tonight, everybody's gonna worship there.
I hate this so much.
okay, so you
My own
exit
god.
from the exit of Andros's room. It's a straight shot to the lobby. You pass several rooms, and they are same as the rooms you've seen in the other Risky Rabbits. The lobby is the same floor plan that you've seen in the other Risky Rabbits. You could stop and you could speak with everybody, but a couple of you at least, definitely Bronson, cannot wait to leave this building.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and enter the streets of Ironvale. As you step out into the busy streets of Ironvale, you see there is a fight in progress, and it is everywhere. There are members of the Hard Way, there are locals that you don't recognize. There are a couple other fighters that you may recognize, and there are city guard everywhere. In addition to that, you see that there are many businesses set up around this courtyard as well. So at this point, I've got to get your tokens onto the map here. But talk amongst yourselves. What would you like to do?
Urge to kill rising.
Correct.
Is this normal, like, fighting here in town kind of thing?
Yeah,
or
I'm sort of
did
just taking it back.
something go down? I'm like, is this like Tortuga, pretty much?
What, you have never stepped into a town that has a brawl happening as soon as you step in.
I've been here before. This is pretty on par.
Actually, give me a history roll.
All right. Nine.
Well, last time you were here, you didn't see anything like this.
All right.
So you're even Solomon is taken aback a little bit by what's happening here.
Whoa.
So on the stage here, you see there are two familiar faces. The first of which is a member of the Hardway who you never spoke to, did not catch their name, and was not present at the dock battle. And somebody who you thought had died in Lucha Lucha Town. That's Harvey Marks, back from the dead. And they are just battling on top of this platform that's above everybody else. So
Does this look sanctioned?
no, this is just a massive brawl. There does not appear to be any sides here. There are guards that are just not involved. They are just overlooking. So let's have everybody roll initiative.
Me too, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure, because you placed me on top of the risky rat.
Yeah, I mean, you're just the last one to exit.
Okay.
21 for Bronson.
Ew, 5.
17 for Solomon.
15.
And Gator?
16.
Okay, now let's roll for everybody else. Okay, that's going to be a 13 for everybody else. Okay, so to be Bronson, you'll have the first action.
I don't know if I even want to engage in any of this. Like, this is the perfect kind of situation for us to just get moving and go into the city and try and get some intel. Like, I don't really want to put ourselves on Hardway's radar because there's more than what are here, and then they'll have a bead on us. Which effectively, it doesn't necessarily keep us from getting business done, but it does close off the box to us for a while.
Like, Bronson, you're trying to find somebody, right?
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with this.
Yeah, we don't want to get mixed up in this. We should just try to go around.
Yeah, I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm out.
Let's see. I need to make sure that I've given everybody access, and I didn't. Of course, Bronson's the only one that's got access.
Later, dudes.
Oh, I got me.
Later's homie.
I'm right behind you. Come on, Snuggle Cup.
If everybody, if everybody is just going to run, I'm going to need a stealth roll.
I'm not running. I'm just moving.
What's what is it? Slurking, sneaking, tiptoeing.
I like slurking.
Slurking. Yes, I slurked away with a 16.
That's pretty good.
Nice. 18.
Oh, okay. That'll do.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do it last.
Yeah, Gator is going to be up next in the order. Does not have control of the icon yet.
Cool.
Now you do.
Oh, if they're all gonna run, I'm just gonna casually walk.
Let it be clear. We're not running. We are just moving in
If
a
they're all
direction
going to,
away
if they're all
from
going
the
to
fighting.
move briskly, I'm just gonna walk.
Okay, roll stealth.
Stealth walk. Go.
I'm little.
Fly
and
casual.
I pretty much have to jog just to keep up with all of you at a casual walk. All right.
Now, Gator is a master of disguise. So,
I was even gonna say, if I just like act real casual, could it be a persuasion roll?
well, are you wearing the big stupid hat?
I was gonna ask that. Are you wearing the mustache hat?
I always have it on. Otherwise, I have to spend a spell slot for disguise self first thing in the morning. So
Okay.
I always have it on.
So no need to roll. You can disguise yourself as something else, and yeah, pretty much go anywhere you want.
I want your mustache to just keep growing until it's the length of a ZZ Top beard.
Yeah, no. Right, so I'm gonna just like switch from normally I've got like the kind of like the trim mustache and beard combo, and it's like golden. But then there's that big thick black mustache growing on top of that because of the hat. So that
Hulk
big
Hogan.
yeah, exactly. With the coffee grounds for the facial hair. But yeah, no, the big black mustache, I'll just turn it into a Fu Manchu.
Okay.
Just imagine Yosemite Sam from Looney Tunes.
Yosemite Sam?
Yeah, Yosemite. It's been such a long time. I had to fucking look him up.
Wait to go to Yosemite National Forest.
Sorry, it was a good reference though. It was a tight reference.
This is not the first time in my life I've heard someone mispronounce that and say Yosemite.
It has been such a long time. It's been like since like I was 6.
It's not like he said Yoshimitsu Sam.
I literally have to go tell my roommate they are not allowed.
There needs to be a group of like druids called the Yosemites.
Right. Right.
Next up is Zinthral.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna just stealth last just in case.
Okay, fair enough. Then there's some movement. There's a lot of punching and kicking. There's no swords drawn, so any weapon that's being used is improvised, including the gentleman in the middle here. Let's see, can I ping that guy? Has a steel chair in his hand and just brings it down on top of Harvey Marks' head. Just crowns him, and Harvey just eats it. Just soaks the blow.
See, now I want to get involved.
Keep your eye on the prize, Bronson.
Bronson off the top.
This is about love, right?
But steel chairs.
He loves the steel chairs way more.
I love killing me some hard way.
Oh man.
And I need to. I feel like I sort of owe Harvey.
Let's wait for them to come to us and us not to go to them.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair
right.
enough. Rosa, you're next.
Do I have a sense of kind of what's going on? Is this not like the test for the badge or something like that?
Roll perception.
Okay. 17?
No, this just looks like a fight broke out.
Ew,
And
wow.
upon further investigation, you see that there are 2 bodies laid out on the ground. I don't know if I can add an icon for a body. Let's try this. But there is one hard way, and there's one that is not a hard way. Look at that.
Shock outline.
Peep stream.
So there appears you can deduce that there is a fight between a Hardway member and somebody in town that turned lethal, and then the fight escalated from there.
Do I recognize this Hardway person?
At a distance, give me. Well, would you like to approach with your movement and then investigate, or are you just trying to notice from afar?
Notice from afar. I don't want to.
All right,
You know,
give me investigation, but it's going to be a difficult roll.
Okay. Ew.
Oh my god! I just scrolled down on this map.
17.
Oh, you monster!
Is it Null Foods?
Yeah, and Gobby Lobby and Grapplebees.
Oh, I missed Grapplebees. Anyway, 17 on that roll.
17. So from this distance, you cannot make out who it is. Not that you don't know many Hardway members to begin with, right? The ones that you know well are all dead.
Dead. Did you get a look at Fire Lady?
It's not Fire Lady.
Okay.
Okay. That works for me, I guess. Fire Lady somewhere. Anyway, I guess I'll just follow with everybody else.
Okay.
I'm not going to get involved in this.
Yeah, sorry about that.
There we go. It's all good. Do I need to roll anything, or...
Yeah, let's roll stealth.
Ew, I shouldn't have
Clang,
asked.
clang, clang.
Well, I was here for a reason. Can I help?
Oh, 16.
Okay,
Nice.
all good.
Ooh. This die is going over here.
Zint just shuts the door to the risky rabbit and is like, I found my calling.
He's got a gig
That
lined up
is-
if, King's Road doesn't go.
19.
19. Okay, yeah, you can stealth away as well.
Zoop.
All right, so that fight will continue without the party. And you are now adventurers in the town rather than combatants in a battle royal in the streets. So let's see. Do I have any other
That's
music?
just the better part of valor.
There we go. Little Iron Veil music for the rest of the town. We're going to say that you sneak around this building and you come out around the other side of the building. If you could be so kind as to move the other icons over there, they're just gone on my screen.
Yeah, they're going on mine too.
Oh,
I can drop a new one for myself.
okay. That's probably what we need.
Also just dead.
Wow. There it is.
There we go.
All right. So you don't really need to move around since we're not in combat, but just tell me where you would like to go.
What are we doing, Bronson? Are we like asking around for House Celtica or something?
No. I don't know what we're looking for. All I know is that Alicine's here somewhere. I want to stay off the radar, but we need to gather that information.
Alright, we're looking for an Alicine. Is Grapplebee's the local tavern?
It is.
Let's start there. That's as good a place as any.
Let's go check
Yeah.
out Grapplebee's. See what they got on special.
Worst case scenario, I know that Varro and Franco were both running shipments through here, and so keep an eye out for House Celtigard sigils. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what the term for that is. Heraldry. That's it.
There you go. Okay, so as I assume everybody's going to follow suit into the Grapplebees.
So you okay? Everything? We all square?
I agree.
Yep, I'm good. Let's go.
Cool.
I want a sizzling
Just
skillet.
because she was the one that was visibly shaken for a minute. I'm just making
Yeah,
sure that we
yeah.
didn't, walk it into a melee and then walking out of it that we're still all copacetic.
No weird omeny vibes going on?
So it
Just
feels,
using her as our divoting rod.
it's necessary. So I'm just gonna deal with the discomfort.
Let us know if you end up with any more vibes.
Sounds good.
Nobody else is in tune with fate like you are.
All right.
So as you approach the Grapplebees, which has a very friendly entrance on the side of the building as well as the front of the building, multiple entrances here. It is decorated nicely, and it's very welcoming. You're met by a hostess at the front who will seat you at a table, but before you do so, Bronson, something catches your eye. Roll a perception check for me.
21.
21.
That ain't bad.
So, from within the Knoll Foods Market, you notice that there is a child who's walking around and looking at some of the trinkets on one of the tables. So it is it's like a beaded jewelry stand. The child is, there's no other way to put it, but it's a beautiful child. And then the child is laughing and giggling, and then a second child comes up and chases her away. The second child, dressed similarly, modestly, and with hair of the same color. And they disappear back into the market.
I just kind of like, as I'm holding the door for everybody to go inside, I'm just kind of like, just, that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, you are a little dumbfounded by it because you haven't seen many children at all since joining the King's Road. You wouldn't expect to see children in a place so rowdy, and it's something about it just keeps your attention. So as
Are they definitely children?
I'm
Yes.
gonna walk towards the Knoll Foods.
they are children of the age of maybe 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah, it's not a halfling.
Yeah, that's pretty young. Bronson, where you going?
I just walked towards like I'm just zoned
Bronson.
out.
We're gonna miss happy hour. Everybody, Bronson's going rogue. We should not let anybody go off alone. Come on, we're gonna have to hold our reservation.
It's alrighty. The prophecy's already being foretold. Let's go.
I'm not trying to like chase these kids down or anything. I'm just trying to like just weird. I don't know. Keep them in my eye line. Like I don't know.
Sure.
I'm trying not to sound like super weird about this, but like it's just like the hair color is
You're very conflicted.
weird. Yeah.
So as you approach the market, there is an older woman working the table with the jewelry. Clearly not something that you would wear, but you know, she kind of gestures to you like, for your lady.
Just kind of like ignore her and just keep kind of like looking around the markets.
Okay, so then as you peek around the next stand, you are you see a ghost of the past. And this is, of course, the person who you remember as a former sweetheart, your first love, although much older than the last time you saw her, and looks different with longer hair, but this is who you remember as Alicine Vane.
I
And
was straight
you're,
up to her.
you're frozen in your tracks, as
Yeah.
is she. You make eye contact, and she drops something out of her hand, a basket that has some type of produce in it, and a couple apples or oranges roll away, and she's just looking at you and breathing heavily.
You know what? Everybody, maybe don't follow Bronson. Let's go get some seats. We'll have a cold one ready for him just in case.
Yeah, I'm tired of holding everybody's
Put a table
jacket.
on the patio. That way you guys could just watch this whole ordeal go down.
Yeah. Seat us outside, please.
Can I get an appetizer of popcorn so I can rudely watch and eat?
We're gonna get the appetizer sampler.
And I'm gonna need to start deep on the 2-for-1 meads.
So
Chicken wing, please.
they will sit you at a table outside the establishment. It's got large windows that open up so you can see outside from inside. You could step out of the window onto the patio as well. It's very open floor plan, right? And they hand you some menus as well. And, some of you put the menu up over your face as you peek over top of it to eavesdrop on what's going on.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
No menu, just popcorn.
Well, you might want to try something else, Gator. For this neighborhood, it's actually eating good.
Okay.
It's you.
Popcorn.
So Bronson, there you are, frozen in your tracks.
Yeah, I never thought that I'd find you again.
And she just says, "No, you must be mistaken." And then at that point, one of the children runs up to pick up the spilled fruit off the ground, and she hands it to Alicine and puts the apple back in the basket.
Who are these guys?
These are my children, and we must really be running along now. My husband will be expecting us.
No, Alice, wait. I haven't seen you in 5 years. I don't even know what to say now that I see you. I'm dumbstruck. Like, what? Why are you here?
She pauses for a moment to consider what she's going to say, and she says, "My name is Navila. It's not this Alicine that you speak of, and I really must be going, but it was very nice to see you."
So I grab her arm.
Okay.
I've been all over the world looking for a way back to you. What is going on? Where are these my children? What I have so many questions. I need so many answers.
So at this point, as you grab her, it draws the attention of other people in the market, specifically the woman at the jewelry table, who grows concerned. And then she starts looking around to see who else has seen this, right? And then Navila, she comes in close to you so that only you can hear her speak. And she says, "They're not your children. We had a son. It was a boy. We gave him up for adoption. I can't talk to you now, but if you can meet me in the morning, at the temple, I can tell you more."
Okay. Just tell me where and when. Like which temple, where to.
There's just one temple in the town. So really, I must be leaving. And she tries to free her arm from your grasp.
Yeah, I let her go. I'm not trying to make a scene or anything like that. Like,
okay.
I probably have seen people started eyeballing me as oh, not looking for that kind of smoke today. Okay.
So she immediately turns to comfort her children as not to alarm them that anything is out of the ordinary, and tries to hurry them along. And meanwhile, everybody is back at Grapplebee's, is kind of watching this at a distance. And describe how you're feeling in this moment, party.
Bronson, I don't know that he has particularly told me anything with our past friendship. I maybe know that he has some, past relationships or whatever. But I try not to pry. But he seems to be behaving weirdly. So can I kind of like insight what the conversation might be about before he gets back, so I can draw my own conclusions?
So I will say, I definitely have told you my backstory in terms of being noble-born, kicked out, et cetera, et cetera. But this is for sure the first time you've ever been able to put all of that together and see, like, oh shit, like it's all legit. Like there's a real person, and so yeah, that's and I think I've told I told everybody else on the ship sort of at least the Cliff Notes version.
Yeah.
That's right. While on the ship, there was ample time to share your stories, your histories. Although, to be honest, not everybody believed everything that you had to say until this moment. And then now all of a sudden it's like, son of a bitch. I think he was telling the truth.
As long as he's not running up to strangers.
It doesn't seem like that went very well.
Well, no, it's super cringy.
Yeah. For a second there, Solomon almost cast message to Bronson, like, don't put your hands on her, dude. That's not a good idea. But I held back as he let go. And that did not go good. Well, that's another round with, like, another round on top, please.
I guess I'm going to wander back over to Grapplebee's. And I'd see that they've been seated outside. And I just kind of, like, just hang my head as I'm approaching.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we got 2 rounds coming for you.
And as you are at Grapplebee's, about to take a seat, your beverages are brought out to you by a finely dressed man in a pink vest and some killer sunglasses that are almost mirror finish on the front. And he puts the mugs on the table. He says, "Gentlemen, lady, I believe that you'll enjoy your beverages and everything here at Grapplebee's. It's the best tavern there ever was, the best tavern there is, and the best there ever will be."
So I just reach out my arms around all the drinks that got set down and just slide them towards right in front of me and start drinking.
That's right. And another round, please, sir. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Keep them coming.
He says, anything you need at all, just ask for me. The name's Arturo.
Arturo. Waiter at Grapplebee's.
Now, you give me...
Hey, just for notes, what did Alicine say her name was?
Navila.
Hava Nagila.
Okay.
Nagila.
Just want to make sure that I had that down right.
So, you want to talk about it, or would you prefer change the subject?
It's her. Something's going on. She told me to meet her at the temple tomorrow morning, and I fully plan on honoring that request.
Gator leans forward and is very interested to hear.
I'm assuming he's going to be like, "So, are those your kids?"
Yeah, that's kind of what I was
know.
wondering. Those kids didn't look particularly half-orc. You said you only had one, though, right?
I didn't even know if I had one, and no, they're not mine. But she had my son, and gave him up for adoption.
Oh. Well, that's not... That's...
That story hasn't been finished, Bronson. Clearly quoting from the WrestleMania storyline.
I am beyond lost right now. let's just do what we got to do here, and find out how we can get this task, done, so we can, I guess, be on our way.
I mean, we got information that we were looking for. Apparently, we're wanted. And you got a meeting in the morning, which means you'll be stuck here overnight. Overday. Now I'm thinking
fine.
backwards.
Speaking of backwards, I turned my my lion jacket inside out, so it's just the lining.
All right, so at this time, Arturo comes back, and he's dressed more finely than just a waiter, right? You can tell that he is a man of some type of stature, either the owner or a friend of the establishment. And
Hey, if he's the owner, we don't have to tip him.
why not?
I'm not tipping an owner.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's not happening, dude.
So he.
So I want to ask him. He looks pretty well off. Like he's been around. He owns an establishment in this town. Where do we go to the King's Road tournament here?
So he says to you, "You look like a weary traveler in search of sheltered light."
No shit.
Solomon, perfect.
Do I recognize that too because of the dream?
You've heard that phrase a few times now, and you're starting to think you're going crazy because you've heard it so many times, but you haven't been able to figure out what it's supposed to mean. And now you're starting to get a little pissed off, if we're being honest.
Just lean forward, put a little hand on Zinthral, calm down. It'll be explained. I look at the gentleman. I say, "Take comfort from your toil, my friend, so that we can."
Gator
all
interrupts and
get this
finishes
hat."
and rests at my hearth.
All right, fine, Gator. Yeah, Gator's in on it.
We're all cool.
And you're all still wearing your lion pelts, right?
Mine's
No.
inside out.
Took him off.
Oh, the pelts
Put it in
inside
the backpack.
out. The other ones are in the backpack, but Snugglecup is with you.
And
Invisibly.
invisible.
I mean, allegedly,
We will
right?
We will clarify every single time.
How sure are you that Snugglecup is there?
I keep him within handers every few minutes. It's come here, Snugglecup, and then when I feel him touch my hand, then we keep going.
Right. You're like, oh shit.
Follow the trail
Oh,
of corpses.
He just
he
looks
could be
affected.
anywhere for the next hour. He could be
Okay,
anywhere.
We're sitting here for a minute. I'm sure like a trash can falls over across the patio, but I go, "Here, Snugglecup, come here."
Yeah, he's in the seafood dumpster just going ham on it.
I get a leash on that cat.
Put a bell on him.
We're gonna get there. I'm hoping to get a saddle on him eventually, but the long-term goals, long-term.
Okay, so Arturo, he says, I go by Mr. Vandelay, but I believe we share the same interests. If there's any way that I can help you, any assistance that I can give you, please do not hesitate to ask.
Do you own this establishment? What was your name again?
Arturo.
Arturo. Arturo. Is it? Do you own the friendly neighborhood Grapplebees here?
He says, in this kingdom, nobody owns anything except the king.
All right. Are you the proprietor of the establishment?
You could say that.
Well, you're a nice fella, and I just have a feeling if you keep it up, you're going to be a hit, man.
All right. We're all sitting at the same hearth now. Do we have to continue to talk cryptically?
If you would like to come with me, I can show you to one of our more private tables.
That
room.
sounds fantastic. We could use a distraction from some personal heartache. Let's go.
Fair
Gator
enough.
stands up with a meat in one hand and his sizzling skillet in the other and follows.
I've got 6 mugs.
I was just going to say that you pass a waitress who's got a sizzling fajitas coming to a table.
Oh, it's so good. You can hear it before you smell it.
Oh, hold on. I lost my picture for a minute there.
You have a picture of sizzling fajitas.
No. I lost my feed. Come on now.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, man, you put too much work into Grapplebees.
Food goes in here.
Okay. So Mr. Vandelay says, Vandelay, not my real name. Clearly a gimmick name. You can call me by my true name, Brett Hearth. And I'm sure you're familiar with my foundation already.
Holy shit.
Insight check.
Okay.
An indignant insight check.
Go ahead.
I got an 8.
You got an 8.
Wait. I help.
My
Quick
guy's
inspiration.
been rolling really good.
Are you both proficient in insight?
Yep.
I am.
Okay, sure.
am.
I just threw that one on the floor. Come on, different dice. 16.
Okay.
Yes.
So it seems odd for somebody to just offer out that information, but he's done it with such confidence and with and has just owned every second that he's been around you. Just completely
How old does this
fearless.
guy
in his-
look?
How old does he look? 50s, maybe late 50s.
And the Hearth Foundation, like, supposedly got wiped off the face of the earth 20 years ago, 30 years ago?
That's what that's what history tells you, is that 20 some years ago the Hearth Foundation was crushed by the kingdom.
Can I go up to him?
Sure.
What do you know of Virax?
I know Virax well. I know he's your father.
How well do you know him, and where is he?
Well, I knew him when we were both young men. And I was there to see what happened to him. I was sad to find out about who it was that put him in prison. And I hope that one day we can free him.
But where is he? Where exactly?
He's in the prison island that they call the cell.
That was on the hideaway map.
And one favor. Is there something I can just... Can you tell me a description of this man who just put my dad in prison and completely messed up my damn life? So I can just... When I can tell who it is,
Well,
I'm
that's
just gonna straight up say it. I
that's-
want to fucking break his damn nose.
well, it should be pretty easy to describe. It was his best friend, a man that was his equal and his match, a man who loved your mother before he did,
Oh, great.
and I believe you know him now by the name Stonefist. Harmon Stonefist.
Oh,
What did you say?
I'm sorry to break the news to you, kid, but it's the truth.
No. That don't make any sense. No, what are you talking? No. This entire time, The guy I was sent to. By my own uncle. What?
Are you saying Harmon set up his dad for being part of the Foundation just because he was butthurt over a love triangle?
Gator's taking a big swig of mead and walks over to Zinth and starts to just talk and let the mead fall out of his mouth. Harmon's that guy that was in Lucha Town.
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, I'm going back to the damn portal.
All right, well, hand on shoulder. We don't just let leave on his own.
Zin, champ, come here, champ. We cannot go to Lucha Town right now. Like, we need to lay some groundwork to really fight the public opinion that is against us before we go back to the scene of the crime, okay?
So I'll walk over to Zinthral, and I'll put my hand on his shoulder, and I'll tell him, we have to keep walking the path. The time for vengeance will be later.
Like you give a damn. The last thing you did was threaten me, and you expect me to fucking believe you?
Oh, okay.
No, I know
Fine.
there's
Fine.
a lot of tension in this room. Emotions are high. It's not easy to hear that everything you believed to be true is a lie.
I gotta insight check this guy again. Is any of this part of the story true? Sure. He's the Foundation founder. Is this true?
And I want to get Harmond as well, but he's not in Lucha Town anymore. He's taken up with a new band of challengers on the King's Road.
Who are they?
It's not
Oh,
hard,
man.
is it?
They go by the name the Death Lords.
Those deadbeats?
Really?
Deadbeats.
All right, Zin. If you're willing to hear me out under even further private circumstances, I just may have a solution to this problem.
What's that?
In even more private circumstances.
Yeah.
Can't you send a
You
message?
say wait until.
Okay, I will send you a little message to be like,
Give him a
all right, I've been cooking a little something up here, and it's gonna take some heat off of us. And if we just pretended to be a mysterious terrorist organization, then we can get away with doing anything we want. Okay?
I give him a thumbs up. That's it. No, like, no big reaction, just a thumbs up.
Fantastic.
Did you want to
I'll
roll?
just repeat. Stay on the path right now.
Solomon, did you want to roll insight?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, go ahead.
This guy's lying. It solves all of our problems. Really good. 18 on the die for a 23.
23. So he hasn't flinched at all while delivering this news. He is extremely confident in what he's saying. The glasses are still on. He has kept his eyes locked on each of you, has kept his hands out where you can see them the entire time, has seemed sincere and genuine in what he said, almost as if he's rehearsed this before and anticipated this type of reaction.
You know what? All right. You seem to know a lot, and I'm getting the feeling that you're being earnest, but if you don't mind, Mr. Arturo, riddle me this, if you would, please, just to prove you're legit. If you know so much about our friend here, I was a Foundation member for quite some time. Who am I?
Well, I can't say what name you go by now. If you've gone by multiple names, And I can't remember what your last name was, Solomon. So you'll have to help me out with that one.
Well, see, back when I was kind of a shadow agent working inside the Capitol government, they just called me the Scribe.
The Scribe. Sure. So he does know some information about you, but not the full story, right? He's not omnipotent in any way. He's familiar with, he's comfortable
He has
with you.
enough names of people that I might recognize that chill me out.
A
That's
bored
right.
gnome, he's probably heard the short story.
All right. Well, thanks for dropping the bomb on us here, Brett. Is there anything you need from us or something? Are you here to offer some assistance in some way, or just give us bad news?
Well,
His name's Arturo.
let me see if we're on the same page here. If we really do want the same thing. What would you say if I told you that the king would no longer be king, and that the kingdom would no longer be a kingdom, and that the territories would be free to operate independently as they wish? How would that sound to you?
I would personally say that sounds like a dream come true. Yeah, without a doubt.
So if there are some things that we can do to facilitate that, that would be it would be a real shame for the capital to just kind of implode on itself. There could be, or there could not be, some things in motion already. And it seems to me like your party could be a big part of that. You could be instrumental. What we need...
You're talking about creating a power vacuum. Who fills that void?
What we're talking about is independence.
All right, so here's the thing. Are we talking about revolution? Are we getting an army together? Are we overthrowing the government? Or are we trying to get somebody into a position of power by means of the King's Road?
We're talking about the end of the capital altogether. No more King's Road. No more Iron Council. No more kings and queens. No more world champions.
Do we still need to collect badges or what is my question?
Well, the best way to destroy something is from within.
See, there we go. So we still have to complete the King's Road. That was my question.
Well, your group seems uniquely to be able to do so.
Yeah, I mean they got chaps. If they can keep it together on an emotional level.
So there are eyes on you. There are those helping you from behind the scenes. You just need to keep moving forward. Don't give up. And we will
I say, stay on the path.
If you need me, you can find me. If you leave a message here, it'll get to me. And as soon as I have more information for you, I will send a messenger to you. In the meantime,
How are you with the Risky Rabbit folks?
How friendly are we with the rabbit? Well, we operate independently, separately from each other. We have
each other.
No. We have no qualms with the rabbit.
Fair enough.
And we don't interfere with their business. They don't appear to be working for the capital any more than we are.
So just to rephrase, to clarify, are you saying that that Grapplebees would be offering us a sponsorship?
What does that entail, in your own words?
10,000 platinum.
What would you do with such a bounty?
Make merchandise?
A lot of stuff.
All right.
Well, let me.
I was just being cheeky. All
Let's-
right.
Carrying around that type of wealth makes you a target. It puts eyes on you that you don't need. If there's something you need, if you need shelter, if you need support in any way, you will find it near a hearth.
So when everything goes down, we can count on the Hearth Foundation to ensure that we're successful in our tasks.
That's right. And that is including, but not limited to, helping free Zinthral's father from the cell.
We also could potentially use a little bit of help to eliminate some false allegations that are on us about burning down the port at Lucha-Luchtown. Is there anything you can do about that?
Well, there are already some gears in motion. A disinformation campaign has been in the works.
Oh, fantastic. You got anybody who's good at mass printing?
I got menus. Yeah, we'll send them to our menu printer.
You know,
They get
evidence.
laminated too.
Leaving evidence like that is not something that we do often, although I'm sure that we could get you in touch with someone who could print on a mass scale.
Must slip him a copy of my manifesto. I say, for your misinformation campaign, it just might come in handy.
Okay. You want to share?
Give it a read.
You want to share with us with what is in your manifesto?
Basically, it's a wild rant of an unhinged mind. That's just like all like chaos, anarchy, death to governments, all that stuff. We're gonna burn it down. We're gonna burn it all down. Anybody involved with the King's Road is a target.
Let's rise up, down with the height supremacy.
And and some details from the attack on the port to make it credible as this organization is claiming responsibility, including an attack upon us, the Young Lions, to dissuade any suspicion that we had something to do with it.
Speaking of the folks who actually did it, is there any?
They're too
are we going to have a
powerful.
bunch of trouble with the hard way around town, or is there any way that we can move around a little bit more clandestinely, or this is a pirate town. I'm sure there are tunnels and shipping networks that we could use to bump around without attracting unwanted attention to ourselves.
Well, the hard way is a problem, although they can't get out of their own way. They're too stupid to
not
actually
the-
pull anything
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, they're just another obstacle. That's kind of why, pardon everybody, I've come up with this idea here for this manifesto. There needs to be a third party to take credit that's not the hard way, because the hard way has too much influence with the seat on the Iron Council.
We need a boogeyman.
We need to sway public opinion to think that there's something else that's worse out there that's just out to burn it all down and take the responsibility off of us.
Sort of Seth Rollins will burn it all down.
I was trying to keep this under wraps. I got my boys over at the Gnome Depot to make me some incendiary devices. I'm gonna use the portal and stage some terrorist attacks. You got it out of me, okay?
Wait, you mean those candles?
Yeah.
Donuts.
Those weren't candles.
So,
And
So I think we could kill two birds with one stone here. In regards to your campaign and a target, there's a Gobby Lobby right down the street.
I guess this theoretical organization, I've just been tooling around with a few names. I think I'm going with Retribution.
Good wrestling faction name.
Sure, you can workshop that idea. Are you at all concerned that by creating this fake terrorist organization, that you will create a real terrorist organization? Others will.
What do you think you're running?
Well, we're not bringing terror into the daily lives of average people. That's not our goal. Our goal is to bring down the Capitol, sabotage the Capitol, interfere, resist.
That's my plan entirely.
Okay.
By the way, you're making someone quake in their boots.
Who's quaking in their boots?
Oh, the rich that we're going to take down.
Public opinion has to be against somebody who's not our best shot at getting to the top. We can't get all of our badges as sneakily as possible and then show up at the Capitol and expect to participate in a tournament if we're all wanted for burning down a city.
We could blame it on some supernatural means, some sort of faction of demons and devils that could take up in some sort of, I don't know, abandoned prison. You could call it some sort of a dungeon of doom, if you will.
Well, there is... let me take care of that on my end. There is a group that we could set up to take the fall.
Ask if we have any fall guys, that could be either paid off or framed.
And the manifesto isn't signed by anybody right now. I mean, just fill in the blank. Who is the person who came up with this rant? And if anything, if necessary, we can always potentially frame somebody for being a part of this, or gets a hired hand to pretend to be a part of this and kill me.
I was just going to suggest, why not the Blunderbuss Club?
It's funny that you say that. I was going to float that name out there. What is your opinion of the club?
Bunch of jerks that just have it coming. Oh, sorry, you don't know them.
That's what I was thinking. Is you guys
along
know
the hard way type of thinking, boisterous, bravado, just reckless enough to get into this kind of stuff, and not smart enough to get out of it.
Definitely arsonist, right?
Yep,
for sure.
Okay.
All right.
I think we're on the same page there. Let me get to work on that for you. In the meantime, you need to finish collecting your gym badges. And that starts here in Territory 2. Have they told you much about what you need to do to collect the badge?
Nope.
We haven't gotten there yet. We just rolled into town.
So you're going to need to talk to the warden. In this town, He's also the gym boss. And he's a man that goes by the name Toyga. You can't miss his house. It's right next to the Risky Rabbit. And it just seems like he just makes it up as he goes along. Whatever he feels like doing in order to challenge people for these badges, that's what he does. So,
would that be the larger building kind of off to the right-hand side with all the Capitol Guard out in front?
that would be the one.
Great. For the Capitol government from whom we are wanted for burning down a port.
That's right.
Great. See, that's why we, need to get this misinformation train running.
Did you set up a meet?
Well, you know, as a matter of fact, I can. We know where the bodies are buried, if you will, and the warden of this town doesn't care much for laws or rules. He just looks out for himself. So you don't have anything to worry about in regards to what happened at the docks. Let me send word over to the warden's mansion so that he'll be expecting you. Check back in tomorrow during the day. He wakes up late in the day, so sometime in the afternoon. Introduce yourself. He'll tell you what you need to do.
Sounds good.
Definitely looks like we'll be staying for the day. Let's
all right.
handle our business.
We got quarters, and I'm sure that if we need anything, we can just send Zinth in to deal with the ravishing one.
Yeesh.
So
We'll get some sleep. We won't.
Do what?
At this point, Brett stands up out of his chair slowly, pushes the chair back, fingertips still on the table. He says, "Gentlemen, I would shake your hand, but as not to draw any attention to our agreement, I hope that you won't take offense. Anything that you need, please let me know. While you're here, please enjoy our unlimited appetizers, chicken tendies and tater skins, riblets, boneless buffalo wings, all you can eat. The best in Iron Vale."
He just dropped all of this on us, and he's just offering us food like
Bring
no
it up. Bring it
He's just
up.
advertising to
You
us.
owe us. You put us through the emotional racket tonight. Let's go.
He charges us $110 for chicken and potato and does not even offer you the dignity of a fork.
So,
Yeah.
but as we're heading out, I'll look down at Rosa and ask, how are you feeling about all of this?
I didn't expect to talk about being part of a terrorist sort of thing in the middle of a Grapplebees.
It's not a real terrorist organization. It's a fake terrorist organization.
You have to clarify that every single time. We're like,
Yeah.
anytime we reference the terrorist organization, you're like, a facetious terrorist organization.
Shell organization.
Kinda
What
like how
it
Bronson
is
does in Murder.
right now
It's
is
a ruse.
it's 7 books that all say basically the same thing. We're crazy. We're gonna burn it all. Especially those lion people. We tried to kill them too. They had nothing to do with the port in Lucha Lucha Town. It's basically the whole idea.
Taking our credit.
Put my fingers in my ears and go la 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 la. Anyway,
I'm also willing to have somebody kill me in the name of this organization to make this work. So, just putting it out there.
Let's
So-
hope that it never comes.
I'm sorry, it was a ruse.
So you're gonna. Solomon is saying he's gonna fake his own death in order
Oh,
to be reborn as a new identity.
If busy. Solomon Scribbles is a disposable person. All right? Let's be honest.
Does he even remember who he is anymore?
He's like Creed from The Office.
All right, we'll talk about this tomorrow. We got. It's been a long night. Let's get some sleep. We got errands in the morning and a meeting in the afternoon. Badges to get. Plans to make. The fate of the kingdom on our shoulders and whatnot. Let's sleep on it.
Okay, so at this point,
we
it
spend
is.
the rest of the day training.
Well,
Snuggle cup.
it's very late, right?
So it's nighttime.
So it was the sun had just set by the time that you entered the town. It was
gotcha.
early enough that children were still awake, right?
Gotcha.
But now you've had your unlimited drinks and chicken tendies, and you're feeling a little bit better about everything. Optimistic about what tomorrow beholds, with some renewed vigor and inspiration towards what your general purpose is moving forward.
Before we retire, I do want to find the location of the temple. There's just the one, but I definitely want to try and at least know where it is.
I mean, I can go with through the temple as well.
I mean, I'm not going in or anything like that.
In this town, we're all sticking together.
Yeah, I just want to know where it is.
Yeah, let's put eyes on the temple, and then we'll go back to the rabbit.
Okay, so let's explore the map a little bit here. All these folks are no longer on the map. I don't know how to get rid of all of them at the same time. Pretend like they're not here.
Alt F4. I'm kidding.
No, don't do it. I don't know who is in on that or not at this point, so I always warn.
Everybody should be like, come on.
Not everybody knows that, man, and you don't want your DM to just disconnect from everything.
Okay.
Well, it was a good joke, though.
That's a great way to get the Pantheon not on your side.
Made me laugh.
Devil.
So
true neutral.
If we're looking at the map here, we've got the Grapplebees. There are docks directly south of the Grapplebees. Presumably, this is where the house Celtigar comes in and out of the port to move their illicit goods. There are some houses, some fisheries, all sorts of general stores. You've got the Gobby Lobby across from the Knoll Foods. The Gobby Lobby much smaller in size than the Gnome Depot was. There are steps that lead up to what can be described as a stone catwalk that oversees the entire court. Next to the Risky Rabbit is the Warden's Palace. And off to the right of that is the temple, not shown on the map, is where the cathedral would be. Much nicer than the cathedral in Territory 7.
Surprising.
So is there anything that you would like to do before going to bed for the evening?
I'm going to check in with Bronson.
Okay.
Yeah. Mostly just see how he's feeling after a day like this. Now that I kind of knew his backstory and stuff going in, and saw kind of what happened there.
I'm still reeling, honestly. I hope I get some answers in the morning, but right now I'm pretty crushed.
I feel for you, dude.
Are you okay with all of this? I know it's a lot, and it's off of your traditional career path, I guess, is a good way to put it. So I mean, we're in it, And just let me know if it becomes too much, because this is a lot.
Well, I'm glad to have you guys alongside then.
Rage. I'm just kidding.
Jeez. How do you think Zent's handling his revelation over there?
I
Can't believe it
I
was
can
happening.
only think, that we're walking similar paths right now. I'm really pretty stunned that Harmon is, the reason that his father is gone. I feel for him. He and I both got a key, big old taste of betrayal today. So we'll see how whether or not it really affects him.
I lament the fact that I cannot heal wounds of the heart.
Yeah.
Only physical.
Cost of life, I guess.
All right, I guess I'm done there.
Bard, play us off.
So,
Could be too much attention.
where's the party going to sleep tonight?
The
I
rabbit?
assumed at the rabbit.
Okay.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I
Lord.
got to dance tonight.
Gator ate too many steak fajitas, and now and on top of that, a lot of mead, so he's anxious for bed.
Okay. Well, we're going to flash forward a little bit here to the next morning, where all 5 of you and Snugglecup, who's fully visible.
Invisibility.
Or you just cast it again. Okay, I gotcha. So you wake up in the room. Everybody is there. And Zinthral, you had yourself quite a night. You want to tell everybody how your night went?
Well, they weren't there to see it, so they don't got to know.
Oh, okay. So you're not going to share. That is, between you and Ambrose's mustache. Got it.
Yep. It was a night of excitement. They don't have to know.
Fair enough. Does anybody else want to share how the rest of their evening went?
You know what? I will actually save the invisibility this morning while y'all run around and do your errands and talk to your people. Try not to get yourselves in any trouble. Me and Snug are gonna stay here in the room and we're gonna do some drills.
Okay. So Solomon and Snugglecup are going to do some intense training. Perfect. Also on this day, Bronson is going to go to the temple to meet with Alicine.
Yeah, first light.
Yep. Okay.
Probably didn't sleep very well last night.
And what is Zinthral's mission of the day?
Well, maybe look for some. I don't know. Let me think here. Is there a monk temple?
Not in town,
Not in town. Okay.
but
Back alleys I go.
there is one within a few hours. Not a few hours. Not far from town. There is a monk shrine that is overlooking the water up on top of a hill.
Yep. I'm gonna go over there to meditate. It may
Okay.
take a while.
So you're going to go to the shrine.
Yep.
And just kind of center yourself. Okay, great. Gator. What's the plan?
Well, considering Bronson is an appointment that he's taken off on his own, and there's been hard way sightings and everything, Gator is going to cower in the room until his bodyguard is at least within arm's reach.
So Gator's not going to do anything.
He
Well-
feels a bit pressed by the situation. Like, he doesn't have his bodyguard, and there's people who are looking to do him harm. So that he doesn't like that formula.
He ain't coming out of the room. He's just getting room service.
You know, Gator, you need to have a little bit more self-confidence. You
Hmm?
are quite a capable spellcaster. I've seen it, and I know you feel more confident and more capable putting on the illusion, so to speak. You don't need to be the big, bulky guy that you always are pretending to be, Gator. You have something even more terrifying inside.
Firebolt.
Exactly.
Well,
The
you know,
raw power of the arcane weave of this world, Gator, it flows through you. You don't need anything else.
I'm just gonna pee in a bottle for the next 8 hours.
All right.
you're not even going to leave your room?
Sug, sit.
There's a toilet available, and I'm still peeing in a bottle.
Exactly. It's called that's called being secure.
Okay, so
This bottle
the
acquired.
bottle from Zelda.
okay, we'll circle back to that. And Rosa, what would you like to do the following day?
Normally I would go to the temple, but I feel like I should give Bronson that privacy.
You can come to the temple.
I didn't know if you want a backup.
Bronson is fine with if you want, especially the temple. Like I know that you would have business there, and honestly, like Bronson wouldn't be like, oh yeah, sure, come on, let me watch, come watch me get my heart broken again. But like having a comrade there would be a settling, a comfort for sure.
No smashing the altar.
I guess I'll do that then. I was gonna stick around to help the ladies at the Rabbit, but I can do that later.
Handle business.
So,
But
all right.
if you want to spy for the party, you can spy for the party.
I feel like I should get some information though.
You know,
Wait, I forgot to ask. How much did I earn from dancing?
roll
Did it for gratis.
roll performance.
Oh shit. Okay.
You
One.
did it for love of the game.
You got
Not
these?
for money.
I ain't doing none of that. That is a whole 17.
17?
I'll say a hole.
Yes.
Okay. Roll me 2d4.
Okay.
That's how many copper you made.
Mhm.
To be fair, Andros already gave him a platinum piece.
Which is 5 gold.
A 2 and
10
a
gold.
4.
Yeah, Electrum's 5.
A 2 and a 4?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say 30 gold.
Ooh. I'll take that.
I'm older than you guys. It was 5 gold.
But,
Electrum was 2.
What you had to do for that 30 gold, you never have to speak of.
It's nothing I haven't done before.
That is your business. You were vulnerable at the time. It doesn't even count.
Little boy Blue. He needed the money.
Okay.
Whatever y'all's headcanon is.
Hickory dickory dock.
You got it.
All right, so
I just
we are
sorry.
going to pick up next time with the result of everybody's solo missions, but we will end on a note with Bronson going to the temple.
No.
Bronson, as you wait patiently for Alicine to show up, instead she does not show up, and somebody else shows up. This guy. You can see him coming through the front doors of the temple. He has a terrible limp, and you can tell that it's not an injury. This is a deformity in his leg that most likely he was born with. But he approaches you directly, just eyes locked on you the entire way. And when he's within speaking range, he says, "You must be Bronson." Let me introduce myself. I am Navila's husband, Bannon. And that's where we're going to leave the session for tonight.
Oh,
Roll initiative. No, just kidding.
yeah.
So that's where we're going to call it. That's been episode 13 of The King's Road Young Lions. Emotionally charged, really good jump start to the second half of the season here. I hope everybody had a great time. And
I always have fun doing these.
so if you're watching at home, thanks again. If you're playing along here, Young Lions, thank you. I'm the DM, Saucey, and say goodbye, Young Lions.
Goodbye, young
Bye,
lions.
young
Hi,
lions.
lions.
Hey, congratulations. If you're still listening, that means you made it to the end of the episode. Thanks for coming by and listening to this edition of King's Road Young Lions. If you like what you've heard, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment down below of what you'd like to see on the next episode. For more great content from This Is Awesome Promotions, check out the YouTube channel, check out the Twitch channel, check us out on Twitter at TIA Promotions. Thanks again for coming around, and we'll see you next time down on the King's Road.